Hi guys, Parker77 here and welcome to episode 3 of my Silver Squads. Now I'm sorry I didn't bring this out yesterday, but I was quite busy over the weekends. But now it's half term, I'll try and bring out at least a video a day, and I'll bring out 2 today, and this will be one of them. So today we're going to go back and look at 4-1-2-on-2 formation like in my La Liga Silvers. And I could get informs for this team before I show you it. There are informs I could get, but I'm just going to show you the normal players, which are all relatively cheap. So if you have a spare 25, 30k, I'd hope you try out this team. Now we've done La Liga, we've done Eredivisie, and now we're going to look at Russian League. And this league, there's so many options to choose from. So I'll just show you the bench as well as the main starting 11. But the starting 11 is my personal preference, and you may like some of the players that are on the bench better than the players I've chosen. So I'll show you the goalkeeper. Now this goalkeeper, you might say, he's not in the Russian league, but he is Brazilian, and I use 2 Brazilian centre backs, so I might as well use a different keeper. And I use Ricardo Berna. He's quite good stats, he's quite solid, but you'll see why he fits into the team after I show you the centre backs. Now the right back I'm going to show you, one that I use is Angboa. Most people probably know him because he's got quite a scary picture. That is, yeah, quite scary. But well, what I'm going to do is, instead of talking to you about the stats that you can see there, I'll tell you some of their better in-game stats, give you a better idea why they're good. So you can see his stats there, and he's got 93 sprint speed, 91 acceleration, and 93 jumping, and he cost me 5k. Now, first centre back, I'm going to choose Zalal, and in game he has 84 shot power. I think he's got long throw, power header, and power free kick traits. And he's got 84 shot power, 96 strength, 86 aggression, 75 sprint speed, all really good for a centre back. He's not a high rated, but that doesn't really matter at all. He cost me 6.7k because he's quite hard to find in 4-1-2-on-2. If you choose a different formation, he should be cheaper. Now the other centre back is another Brazilian one, Antonio Ferreira. You can see he's got pace there. He's got 80 strength, 81 aggression, 82 sprint speed, and 84 acceleration, all in game stats. That's why he's so good, and he cost me 3.5k. So that's why I can use any Brazilian keeper I want, because the Russian league keeper isn't the greatest, so I might as well use a different one. Now left back I'm going for is Yanbayev. Here he's got good stats on the card, and in game he's got 85 sprint speed, 80 long pass, 82 crossing. That's why he's got the 76 passing. Oh sorry, I just had to pause it, it's got cool. So, well, with left back, so you can go there. So now I'll go for centre defensive mid, who is an upgraded player, upgraded Glushakov. His stats, he starts off at centre mid, so he was quite hard to find in 4-1-2-on-2, but I managed to pick him up for 500 coins in bidding. I mean, if there's other people looking for him, don't expect to pick him up for that cheap, but maybe 2-3k, maybe 5k at the most. He is 4-1-2-on-2. But in game stats, he has 80 finishing, 82 penalties, 81 short pass, 78 sprint speed. He's not the best defensively, but I haven't noticed anything wrong with him, so I'd try him out. Right mid, I go for Cosella Gonzalez, who's got really good stats. And in game stats, he's got 84 dribbling, 83 sprint speed, 90 acceleration, and he is 4-star skills, and he'll cost you about 3.5k. Left mid, go for Torbinsky. His stats aren't bad, and most of his physical stats, no, most of his skill stats, in-game stats, are all around 70s, and he's got 95 aggression, which is, I don't know why he's got 95 aggression, maybe he's quite aggressive, and he's also got 87 sprint speed, and he cost me 1.4k. Now for the central attacking mid is another 4-star skiller, and I'm going for Ananidze from Georgia. He's got 83 free kick accuracy, 89 balance. The rest of his stats are all around 70s really. high 70s, and as I said, 4-star skills. He also cost me only 500 coins. He's a really good player. Now, first, the left striker, I go for Saitchev here. All round, he's got really good stats for silver. He's got pace. In game, he's got 80 penalties, 81 shot power. His physical stats all around 80s, and he only cost me 500 coins. But usually, if I can sell these for about 5k, so I'll be looking about 5k. But in bidding, you may get lucky, so I got kind of lucky. So last player, this is going to be my favourite player, and that is Lassina Traore. Now, on the card there, his stats look quite average. I mean, his dribbling is the same as his defending, which is a bit weird. And you may say stats there don't look like a 74 would have, but this guy is 6'8", which is absolutely massive. He's one of the tallest players in the game, one of the tallest silvers. I don't know if he's the tallest silver. I know Van Hout, goalkeeper, 6'10", but I'm quite sure he's one of the tallest strikers in the game. Now, in game, he's got 81 finishing, 82 heading accuracy, 80 shot power. He's not the fastest, but as I said, he's 6'8" and he has 95 strength. Now, his long shots are absolutely ridiculous. He just pushes people off the ball. I mean, I played earlier against someone with Micah Richards at centre back, and Traore still scored a hat trick. So he's a really good player, and he only cost me 1k. And I'd advise trying him. I may make a video just about him in the future when I get my PVR, show you what he's like. But overall, he's an amazing player. Now, you've got all this starting 11, but there's so many other choices you could choose from, so I'll just show you some of them. Now, if you don't like 4-star skills, you can't do skills, it's not a problem. You may prefer someone like this, who has only got 3-star skills, but he's faster, he's got the same sort of stats, and you can fit him in nicely at right mid, if you fancy using him. He cost me only about 2k, I think. I wasn't sure, probably trade offer. As centre back, you can use this Fernandes guy. If you don't fancy the Brazilians, you can use Fernandes, who cost me 1.6k. Now, if you see there, his stats are really good. 83 heading, 73 pace. That's all good. Or if you fancy a completely different centre back pairing, you can have this centre back pairing of Marek Sushi, both two Czech Republic players. He's got really good stats, and also Hiranek, both really good players, and you can fit them in there perfectly. Which of course means you need a different goalkeeper, and you can get this goalkeeper here, Pleticoza, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's got good stats, but I thought he was a bit dodgy, and that's why I used different centre backs, so I could use the Brazilian goalkeeper. But he cost me 2k. That's because he's the only shiny silver goalkeeper in the Russian league, so he costs a bit. Central attacking mid, you could also use this guy here. If you're again, you not so good with skills, doesn't really bother you not having skills. There's this guy here who is upgraded again, plays for Zenit. You would have seen him in one of the other videos. He can fit there nicely. He's got really good stats. He can fit there with more Russian links. And again, you could use Ep.3, but I wouldn't say as good as Ananidze or him. Euthan's not bad. If you don't fancy Lassina Traore, I'd advise using Lassina Traore, but if you don't like the slur strikers, use Euthan, who starts as centre forward, but you could always train him. He can fit there. And lastly is these players here, but you could also use a different centre defensive mid if you fancy someone a bit more defensive, which is Rafael Carioca, I think that's how you pronounce his name. So he can fit there. But overall, if we go back to the players that were there at the start, it's not an expensive team compared to some of the other teams the previous teams I've shown you. They've been a lot more expensive, but this team is a lot cheaper. Let me just put these players back. So this team here, the one I showed you at the start, this will cost you, sorry, change the goalkeeper. This team will only cost me about 24.6k, which for a silver team is really good. I use this silver team. I can usually give gold teams a good game, and it beats most other silver teams. I advise trying it. It's so good. It's all well round, really good team. May cost you more like 30, 35k, depending on some of the maybe the upgraded centre defence mid here I got for 500 coins. Maybe these Brazil silver centre backs may have gone up, may have gone down. Haven't checked their prices recently. But overall, it's a really good team. I advise trying it out. Now, thanks for watching, and I think later on today I'm going to be bringing out another video, and I will talk to you about silver investments. Now, as there's been transfer players, you'll probably know that some silver players have been made into golds. That means that those silver players, they're no longer in packs anymore, so those are going to get really rare really soon. But if you buy a few of them, and if you don't mind waiting a few weeks, you can make some serious money out of them. So I'll talk to you about them later. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. Cheers.